So finally my India adventure awaits, and a more emotional departure than I was necessarily expecting, as I left Fee and the family in Bournemouth and got the train on my own, so off to Gatwick. And yeah, it was difficult to leave them. It had been a very emotional 72 hours with the PET scan results and everything that was going on, but very excited nonetheless, though emotional, to finally start my trip to India for my Ayurvedic medical clinic to go and have some Eastern medicine. So this was the final meal before I departed, a cheeky non-alcoholic beer and some food in the very civilised lounge that I was fortunate enough to be travelling, because being on my own and because this was a medical trip and because it was an overnight trip, I did spoil myself and decide to fly out business class. So coming back economy, but flew out business. And what a treat it is to actually have space to lay down and get some sleep. And yeah, nice little window seat, and much greener than I was expecting as we came into India. It's 35, 37 degrees forecast pretty much every day for the time that I'm here. Yeah, a really lush and green landscape welcomed me, which I was very excited by. And yeah, I'll hand over to Mark, who's probably got a few words to say, as always.
Okay, we're in. Painless, straight through immigration, bags out, all smooth, so smooth in fact that my driver is not here yet. I sound like a posh colonial, but yeah, guys from the medical centre of taxi picked me up. He's about 10 minutes away, so here we are in India. Okay, I'm here, taxi in from the airport. I'll show you around the outside soon, but I've just made it to my room, so let's see if I can flip this camera. Here we go. Okay, so I'm lucky, I've got 2 beds, so I'll be able to alternate which one that I want to sleep in. I've got a big fan blasting away, got a little desk, not checked the Wi-Fi yet, but I've got a desk. Slightly odd odour in here. Got an elephant, but I've already been invited to a Hindu wedding tomorrow, so that's pretty cool. Little toilet. What's this? Is the what's the bucket for? I don't know. Toilet. No toilet roll, so okay, because you get a little squirty spray thing instead of loo roll. Don't know what the bucket's for. Do my feet maybe. And then, because I'm hoping the shower works, there's a shower head. But out here is amazing. I did open this door just now. Look at this. Get ready for the light change. Oh wow, look at that for a view. Oh my god, there's a guy down there pulling an ox. I don't know if you can see that. I'll zoom in on the other camera. But yeah, I've got my own balcony. There's no chair out here, but I guess I can bring the chair out that's inside. And I can hang some washing out, which I think will dry in about 20 seconds because it's hot. And that's a pretty cool vista, and there's a lovely breeze out here, which is awesome. Okay, so it's been busy few hours. People have been coming in. I've met a couple of doctors, and I have a list here of things I've got to do, like go to bed before 10. Avoid sleeping during daylight hours. I didn't read this until I had a little 20-minute nap earlier. Mind you, I have been travelling for 24 hours. Avoid sitting in front of a computer and or TV for long. Avoid any work or activity that tires and exhausts the mind. And take your walk in the morning or evening and avoid the hot middle part of the day. And no booze. So yeah, got some instructions. And then I have a medicine man. He rocks up at 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. He's just been actually and given me some gloop in some warm water. I don't know what it is, but I've had that, and I have another one for the morning. He's going to be back at 6. These ones I take with him, and then I've got some other little bits and bobs with some times of the day that I need to take. Danawata. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen. Take that before bed. And yeah, and then they've gone off, and my first treatment is tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So they come and pick me up from the room at 2, and then randomly one of the staff here is having a wedding tomorrow, a Hindi wedding, and we've all been invited. That's at midday, but I've got to be back here for 2, and it's about 1 kilometre away apparently. And yeah, everyone speaks a varying amounts of English, so it's hard to work out exactly. I was like, okay, well, how do I get to the wedding and back here? And anyway, work it out tomorrow. But it's lovely to be invited, since I've never met the person whose wedding it is, because I only got here a few hours ago. But I figure going to a Hindi wedding, if you're in India, sounds like a pretty cool thing to do. So yeah, it's interesting.
And there you have it. Sure enough, the next thing I know, I am actually at a wedding. And sorry about the shoddy film work there, but I felt a little bit out of place, if I'm honest. But what a beautiful thing it was to be invited. It was amazing. We all got to sit down and have this street food style buffet where it's a very efficient team of people came and put all of the food on the banana leaves for us, and luckily my neighbour showed me how to eat it with my right hand only, and it was a really fun little trip and little adventure, and some beautiful different cuisine, and just a really, really friendly bunch of people. And I even managed to get my photo taken sat next to the bride. Look for the idiot in this picture.
Morning. So it's 6:30 a.m. pretty much, a bit before, and my drugs man, medicine man, as he calls himself, has just been in. So I did have to set my alarm actually. It was supposed to be here at 6, so I set it 10 to 6, and I was asleep, which is amazing because it's 5.5 hours ahead here, so it would have been 20 past midnight. But I slept reasonably well. It's hot, but I'm trying not to use the aircon. Mrs. Cribb would be in shock because she loves the AC at night when she's away, but I'm trying to acclimatise, so just the fan. Luckily had the earplugs to drown out the noise, but the medicine man's rocked up. Oh, I don't know what it is. It's some gloop put in some hot water, and I've been told to take it 6 o'clock every morning, so that's what I'm doing. Just out on a little morning stroll, first day in India. It's a funny thing, I haven't travelled on my own for a very long time really. Travelled without the family a couple of times, doing some big walks in the mountains and stuff, but not on my own. And yeah, it's a very zen morning, but funny exploring on your Todd. But it's a pretty cool place. Feels quite remote, very green, greener than I was expecting. Monsoon season in a month apparently. So considering, I guess this is the longest they've been. I don't know when it last rained. It's very lush, which is nice. Might hear some music in the background if I shut up. The local temple playing some stuff. Loads of birds. Loads of these white egrets flying around. Constant sound of bird noise. But yeah, it's cool. So I'm off. Little stroll before breakfast. At some point, one day I'll get up early. Seems breakfast is about 8:30. It gets light about 6. I'll go out for a couple of hours, maybe tomorrow morning, and explore a little further. But all is well, feeling calm, definitely getting some rest, which is the point of being here. I think I've just having a little wander around the resort, and I found one of the treatment rooms. Quite like the location of this one. Most of them are in the main building. Let me just show you, I think, what methods of torture they can find in here. So some sort of gas bottle heater, potions and lotions in there, I guess. Quite an ornate massage bed. I'm guessing this has got a trough around it, maybe for the oils. We'll see. Plenty of air, and it's right by a little lake. So we'll see what methods of torture they come up with in there later. I'm not sure what the Royal Bournemouth Hospital would make of the facilities. But I like it. It's got a cool vibe. So it's 20 past 10. I was just chilling out in the room, thinking about going out for a little walk. Lucky that I didn't. They do seem to refer to this place as a hospital. Some guy just rocked up. I promise I've not had an accident. It looks like I have. Let's see if I can show you this. It's gripping on my face, but hang on. Here we go. So, some guy just rocked up and covered my chest in, don't know what it is, to be honest. It was hot. It smells a little bit nutty, and yeah, he told me I need to leave it on for an hour and a half. So I'll just show you some of the local scenery whilst I chat for a little bit around what happened next. I haven't felt comfortable as of yet filming everything that happens. In fact, when you get called out for your treatments, you're sort of told to leave your watch and your phone and everything behind, just go along as you are. So doing as I'm told at the moment, but hopefully over time I'll capture a few bits for you. But basically my treatment that afternoon was a water treatment. Again, I'll find the name and I'll pop it up on the screen. And in essence, you go down to the room, similar to the one that I showed you with the big wooden table, and then they have this hot medicated water, and two guys, in essence, they strip you fully naked, put this little kind of paper towel over some areas that you might want to keep a little bit more private, and then you hop up onto the, in essence, massage bed. And then it's quite clever, they're sort of synchronized. They pour this hot water substance over your body, and they do it in a very rhythmic way, and they're synchronized, so one's on one side of your body, one's on the other, and sort of circular motions and up and down your legs and your arms and your torso, and then they flip you over and do the other side of your body, and it goes on for about 40 minutes. Actually very relaxing, and like I say, impressive just because of the synchronicity, whatever that word is. It's synchronized, and that makes it feel pretty cool. So yeah, I've had a couple of those treatments now. I've had a couple of the chest treatments. I've met lots of really fascinating people here from all over the world. But there's your little introduction. There's a little taster. And I will be back in touch very soon with a little bit more of my Ayurvedic treatment experience. Thanks.